أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واذكروا الله في أيام معدودات فمن تعجل في يومين فلا إثم عليه ومن تأخر فلا إثم عليه لمن اتقى واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah Baqarah Ayat number 203. So we read this ayat. Allah said, Wazkurullaha, and remember Allah. Fi, in, Ayyam is the plural of the day, days. Maduda mean numbered. So days which are numbered. Allah said, Wazkurullaha, and remember Allah, fi ayyamim madudat, in the days which are numbered. So you remember Allah in the days which are numbered. Faman, so the person who ta'ajjala mean who hurries, who is quick to go. Faman ta'ajjala, and so the person who hurries, fi yawmane, yawmin mean 2 days, who hurries in 2 days, or who goes quickly within 2 days. So Allah said, who goes in 2 days, fala ithma alay, fala, so there is no sin to him, alayh, so that person is not doing this sinful thing. So it is not sinful for him if he leaves to go back to home after 2 days. So he will not be called sinful. Then Allah said, Waman, and the person, ta'akhara, who delays, fala ithma alay, so there is no sin upon him. So that person is also not sinful, a person who stay there the next day. It means if a person who stay more than 2 days, so that person is not sinful, limanittaka, but for him the condition is to be pious, to be muttaqi, to have fear of Allah. Wattaqullaha, and fear from Allah, and just have taqwa. Taqwa means fear of Allah, frightening from Allah. Wa'lamu, and know, annakum, that you, ilayhi, towards him, towards Allah, tuhsharun, you will be gathered. So you must know that you will be gathered towards Allah at the day of judgment. So now we try to understand. First part of this ayat is Wazkurullaha fi ayyamim maduda. Wazkurullah mean and remember Allah. And remember Allah mean, how can we remember Allah? Just say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallahu, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. So it means these are ayame tashriq. So the days, so in which we are just to remember Allah. Mostly in different tafsir, they have written that the days which are mentioned in these this ayat fi ayyamim maduda. So ayyamim maduda mean the days which are numbered. So these are the days after 10th of Muharram. So when the sacrifice of animal is done. So the after 10th of Muharram, the peoples who go to perform Hajj, they have to come back to Mina and they stay there 2 days, like 11th of Zulhajj and 12th of Zulhajj. They stay there, and on the 12th of Zulhajj, they leave Mina, and then after pelting the pebbles to the pillars of Shaitan, and then they leave to Masjidul Haram, and where they have to do Tawaful Wida, the farewell Tawaf, the last one, and then they leave to home. So, Faman Ta'ajjala, Allah said, so the person who hurries fi yawmin within 2 days, it means after the 10th of Zulhajj, when the people of Hajj they come back to Mina and they will stay there in Mina the 11th of Zulhajj and 12th of Zulhajj. And if a person who to goes back to home in the 12th of Zulhajj, so Allah said Fala Isma alayh, so that person is not sinful. Because in the Arab before it was the tradition, if a person who was to going early, like within 2 days back to home, and the people they were saying that person has done a sinful action. But Allah said this is not a sinful, but the person who is going back like after 2 days, so no problem, allowed to go, and that is not sinful. So this way the person who leaves within 2 days, no problem. But then Allah said, Waman ta'akhara, and if a person who stay there the next day also, next day mean the 13th of Zulhajj. So if that person who stays one more day, no problem. Fala isma alai. So that person is also not sinful. So it is not sinful for that person also. But the condition is the person must be muttaqi, should have fear of Allah, so that should not do the talking, wasteful talking, or jokes or some wrong things, and should not have a bad intention in mind or bad ideas in mind, and not to do any other action that is outside of Sharia, and must be in within the circle of Sharia and having the fear of Allah, and just to stay there with busy in zikr of Allah and in dua before Allah, and must have the respect and regards of that place, because you know the Mina is the place, like Mina mean the place where is the place of desire, like desire, the wish or the wants. Because when Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said that when Adam alayhi salam, after accepting, when Allah accepted the tawbah of Adam alayhi salam, and Adam alayhi salam, he came to Mina, and then Jibreel alayhi salam, he said to Adam alayhi salam, so have you any desire? Adam alayhi salam said, yes, I want to go into paradise again. So this way, the showing of this desire of paradise in Mina. So this way, this place is called Mina. Mina, a place of desire. So this way, if a person who is in Mina must request Allah for the paradise. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ said in one hadith that a Muslim must request Allah So just for Jannatul Firdaus. So the people who are in Mina, they must do the zikr of Allah and also do request Allah in dua that Allah bless them and the paradise, the Jannatul Firdaus also. So that is a good thing, mashallah. So the people who are the 3 days, 11th of Zulhajj, 12th of Zulhajj, and 13th of Zulhajj. So these are mentioned in this ayat. So if a person who spend 11th of Zulhajj in Mina and 12th of Zulhajj in Mina, because on the 11th Zulhajj, the person who was living after Ziwal mean about Zohr Salah or after Zohr Salah, they will go to pebble, the pelting the pebbles to the pillars of Shaitan, and 7 plus 7 plus 7, it mean 3 pillars and 7 pebbles will be pelted to one and 7 to other 7 to the third one, so it means 21 pebbles will be hit by the people who are there performing Hajj. So when they are just to throw one pebble and they have to say Allahu Akbar. So in every pebble throwing time must be spoken Allahu Akbar. So so that is done after and at the day of 11th of Zulhajj. So the people, they will go to pelting the pebble to the 3 pillars, and then they will come back to Mina and stay there in zikr and also dua. So they spend the next night, and on the 12th of Zulhajj, they will, after about Zohr Salah, they will go again to hit the 3 pillars, and like with the pebbles, they will pelting the pebbles, 3 pillars, 7 to each. So then throwing the 21 pebbles, like 7 to one, 7 to other, 7 to other, and just reading Allah's name, Allahu Akbar, with every pebble when they throw, and then they will then after that they will go back to Masjidul Haram and do tawaf e wida, like farewell tawaf, and then they will go back to their home. Home mean, because after that they will go to Medina Sharif, and because the Prophet ﷺ also said that the person who will come to my grave, and I will be shafi for that one. So intercession of me will be at the day of judgment for that person who will visit after Hajj to my grave. And also the Prophet ﷺ also in one of the hadith also said that a person who performed the Hajj, and after Hajj, if the person comes back to my grave, and when he comes to my grave, and it mean he came to me. So Alhamdulillah. And then in one other hadith, the Prophet ﷺ also said, if a person who is just to die in Haramain mean the Haram of Kaaba or Haram of Medina. So that person at the day of judgment will be from the people of peace. So he will be from the peaceful peoples, Alhamdulillah, and will get the good reward at the day of judgment. So this way, after performing the Hajj, the people, they visit the holy Medina, the Prophet ﷺ city. So that is also blessed and sacred visit, Alhamdulillah, and in order to gain the mercies and blessings from Prophet ﷺ also, and also with the gift of intercession also. That is an excellent point. So the people, like after, mm, because we say these are the days of ayam tashriq. So people, they have to read mostly Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. And in throughout the world, if you look from the ninth, the morning prayer at the day of ninth Zulhajj. So after first Salah, everyone this they everyone will reads like Allah Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. So this continue after every first salah from the ninth of Zulhajj up to the 13th of the Zulhajj, up to Salatul Asr. So when a person is just to perform Salatul Asr on the 13th of Zulhajj, will also say aloud, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. So it means it is essential act to recite takbir, this takbir tashriq, this one, after every first salah from ninth of Zulhajj, from morning prayer to the 13th of Zulhajj, up to the Asr prayer. So that is throughout the world, everyone do that one. Alhamdulillah. So the main thing is that here we understand, because the Arab people before they were thinking that the person who is going early, like after finishing 2 days and going back to home, and like on the 12th of Zulhajj, so it means that person is sinful. Allah said that is not sinful. If a person who will finish all types, all the requirement of the Hajj, and leaves from the Hajj on the 12th of Zulhajj, and no problem, that person is not sinful for him. But a person who is going after the next day and stay there and goes on goes back to on the 13th of Zulhajj, so it is not sinful for that also. So it means the main condition is the taqwa. So people must have the fear of Allah. They should respect and regard the place also, and they should have to follow the Sharia of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they should not do any wrong action from their organs of the body, and not talk anything bad. So must have to follow the Sharia and having the fear of Allah, then there is no problem. So they are not sinful. Alhamdulillah. So that even you can see the people after finishing like the pelting the pebbles to the pillars of shaitan, so they have to go back to do the tawaf vida, the farewell tawaf, and then they will go back to their house, or they will go back to Medina Tayyibah, so to see the grave of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and say Salatu Salam dear Alhamdulillah, and also uh, to get the mercies and blessings of an intercession of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So this is the other blessings the people they can get just in one visit of Hajj. So they get so many blessings from Allah's house and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Medina, the sacred city, and the grave of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also. MashaAllah. So that is too much blessings people they have, Alhamdulillah. And we request Allah that Allah also give us tawfiq to go for Hajj and see the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam city, and with the respect and regard, and following Sharia and having taqwa in us. And then we have to follow taqwa throughout our life, and we have to spend the life just having fear of Allah, following the Sharia of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and to see at the day of judgment Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and will follow him to go into Jannatul Firdaus. Allah will give us tawfiq. Ameen.